Welcome to the Rise as One podcast. I am your host, Joe Shermer. Happy New Year's, everybody. Today is exactly 1 week after the new year. Happy Tuesday to everybody out there watching. Thank you guys for always following these posts. Thank you for reaching out. I want to give first and foremost shout out to Amber. Amber, this is why we do what we do. She posted in the messages the last podcast talking about, I love to hear how you speak. It's just something that I feel better afterwards. If one person can feel better from these podcasts, I think it's worth it. I think it's going to be thousands eventually. But today, if it happens to one person, that makes me feel like I did my job. I added value. We call that a value add to your life. Value add to your life. How can we do that every single day? Add value to your life. We're going to talk about that as we go deeper into this podcast. But New Year's resolutions is one thing we want to talk about today. I'm trying something new over here on the there was like an interactive thing. I put a couple questions in there. If you guys can see the questions under, please let me know. Fill out what your resolution was. I think two of them was something about weight loss or get in shape, and the other one was about a habit. Maybe there's a habit you want to change or something you want to break. Or that's something you're doing in 2018 that you no longer want to carry forward into 2019. So welcome 2019. I am very excited about 2019. I see so many great things happening in 2019, and that fires me up. One thing that I know for sure is I will be traveling this year. So wherever you guys are from out there watching these podcasts, please post in the comments. I will be doing some events traveling this year in the hometown somewhere near you. I would love to see you, love to get you into a room with me. Feel the energy in person. There's something about energy when you get around other people that have that energy, it's contagious. That's what Amber was talking about. So I feel better afterwards because I'm pouring the energy into these podcasts because I want you to feel what I feel. But I promise you one thing, if you get into the room with me, it'll take it to a whole new level. So happy New Year's, every single buddy out there. Please post in the comments what your New Year resolutions are going to be. I know for me, I'm looking to pour the value and give more than I've ever given in my life. I want to just give, and give. And then I'm going to receive the love from you because I'm going to pour love into you and pour value into you. And you're going to pour it back into me. And this is going to be this reciprocal effect. And that's how we're going to rise as one. So welcome to the Rise as One podcast. This week I will be posted in the link below. Follow the Rise as One podcast. It's riseasonepodcast.com and Facebook. Because these here are going to be very generic. But in that podcast is where I'm going to share business insights, how to get tapped in spiritually, how to have a better relationship, how to make more money, all the things that we want to do in this world for you and your family. Because that is why we do. Why do we wake up every single day? Why do we take that shower? Why do we drive to our jobs? Why do we work? Why do we put it? Trading time for money is what we've been talking about years ago in our real estate investing classes. And that's basically what you're doing, trading time for more money. So you can pay your bills, feed the kids, turn the lights on, have a hot shower, food on the table, roof over your head. But this morning, as I was driving on the road this morning, I asked myself, what am I grateful for? And I saw that post of those guys that got sworn into Congress. One didn't have an eye. One had no legs. One was missing an arm. So thank you for the service that I know you're going to pour into this country. Because we know we need it today. 2019 is the year to make it all go down. So I said to myself, what am I grateful for? I was like, man, I'm just grateful to go to the store to be able to buy something off a shelf. I was grateful to wind my window down and take a breath of fresh air. Just the simplest things in life. People, we make these things like we want something grandiose, otherwise we're not going to do it. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. How do we get your resolutions to stick? As you can see in the comments, New Year's resolutions do not work unless you create small habits. Every single day is a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Then you will create a habit that is sustainable, that you can go ahead and achieve that weight loss. Break those habits, cigarettes, alcohol, whatever you want to break. Maybe it's gambling. Something. If you want to break those things, the mind was designed 2 million years ago by the Creator. 2 million, think about that. 2 million years ago, your brain was on the drawing board and they designed it and they put it into the human body. And here we are in the 21st century trying to operate with this crocodile brain. Doesn't work. As you can see, many of us, including me, continually trying to use that mind to control our outcomes. It's impossible to do your heart and soul through the mind because the mind just wants to protect you. That's why God created that brain. The universe, whatever you believe in, something created that brain 2 million years ago. But in the 21st century today, we have Bitcoin, for crying out loud. They don't even know what Bitcoin is back then. I was talking to Lou Russo on Sunday. I said, Lou, I was just thinking about this. That radio that the guy gave you back in 1946 when you started listening to this nutritionist, Carlton Fredericks, was the only guy on the radio. That's how we're going to lose the weight, ladies and gentlemen. No white flour, no white rice. Get rid of the sugar. Get rid of the salt. All that white stuff is not designed to be in our human bodies or that 2 million-year-old brain. That's how you're going to lose the weight. A little bit every single day. Some form of exercise. And a lot of you, I saw you yesterday walking over there next to Lowe's, walking out there in the parking lots and during break time. Do something to put the body in motion because the thing in motion will stay in motion. I know I was talking to Raul Velasquez last week. He's talking about 5 times a day he's eating his food. What does that do? It builds the metabolism up. It speeds up your metabolism in the body. You would think eating more would actually put weight on, but actually it speeds up the metabolism where you burn more. Some of you guys are doing a keto diet. I saw Dr. Bart and a bunch of guys from our group are jumping into the keto diet. It's almost like the cleanse, right? You're doing the cleansing system. I know, Dr. Bart, you were doing a cleanse. You got Robert Aguilar down in Houston, Texas doing the camp. 6 weeks to lose, I think it was 20 pounds, Robert. That's badass, brother. I'm going to watch that journey. I'm excited for what is going down in 2019 for you. Because I know you're going to step up your game this year. This is the year that you're going to make it happen. All my posts, I've been putting 2019 in there for a reason. To help hammer that home, you need to hear something 7 times before it registers into that crocodile brain. No wonder why we're not getting anywhere. We expect to hear it once, twice, 3 times. Yeah, I got it. No, 7 times. And if you're hard-headed like me, probably 10 times. I listen to audiobooks every single day. It takes me 7 to 10 times to listen to that audiobook to remember half the stuff that they talk about. And then I'll go back and listen to it again in 6 months to a year because I've grown in capacity and expanded the mind so much, the meanings of those words are changed. Lynn Radachowski, you know this. Mrs. Benzo said, look at the words. Look at the pictures. What is the author really trying to say? Was her quote from Mrs. Benzo. 92 years old. You guys that saw her picture on the Facebook post. That was absolutely good. When I saw that picture, it made my heart smile. She was just full of life at 92 years old. Also, this hat that I'm wearing here today, thank you, Kathy Burke Shermer. Awesome hat. She gave me this for her Christmas present this year. If you guys like the hat, send a couple comments down there to Kathy. She picked out that hat. It's got the nice color. The colors all match. I can see it. My shirt over here, the poster, and this, all the same color scheme. They all came from different places. But thank you very much for that, Pooch. I really appreciate that. But how is the New Year's resolution going to stick for you is the key. Spring is coming. You want to get in shape? Now's the time. Get the white flour out. Green smoothie. That's my secret. Eat green smoothie every day. 15 minutes of exercise every day. I don't run to the gym. All body weight stuff. Anybody wants to know what my workout is, I'll gladly share my workout with you. But every single day, you got to get your body into the motion. Eating more, keto diets, and all these things. Every single day, over and over again, but a little bit, because you try and do a whole bunch and lose it all at once, guess what's going to happen? You're going to put it right back on again because that does not work. It's not sustainable because the mind is going to protect you. Just like it did 2 million years ago when you ran into the cave. So the dinosaur didn't eat you. That's how you're going to sustain that. So welcome to the Rise as One podcast, episode 32. My name is Joe Shermer. I am so honored and grateful to be here for you guys, to share these insights with you. So I'll go back and watch these, and I learned something from my own podcast, believe it or not. Some of the time I'm just channeling stuff to me, feeding it to you guys. And I'll go back and rewatch some of those things. I'll listen to it at nighttime. There's another secret for you guys. You want to learn something? Put earphones on, fall asleep with it. Your mind will still remember what they're telling you. The subconscious mind. The conscious mind has no clue what we're doing. We talked about that back on Thanksgiving Day. It just messes everything up because it's trying to protect you. That's all it's designed to do. So happy New Year's, everybody. Thank you, Kathy, for this beautiful hat. I absolutely love it. I actually ordered a couple of the winter hats as well. I got a couple of those here. We've been wearing for the winter time. And all I know is as we grow that little bit every single day, creating that habit every single day, the habits that you want, get your goals up, write down your goals. We talked about this. Put it on a piece of paper. Write it down. There's something that magic happens. When you put something on paper, it registers in that brain. It makes it reality. That's how you're going to achieve what you want. A little bit, write it down, and then progressively work towards it. And is every day going to be great? Absolutely not. But most of them will. And instead of having a bad day, now maybe you'll have a bad half a day. And as long as you're moving forward, guess what? After 365 days, you're going to be at least 300% better. 300% better in 1 year. Think about that. Where would you be by the end of 2019 if you created the habits that you want? Because the habits will always take you farther than your desires. Everybody desires something. I desire ice cream. It's probably the only bad thing that I really eat. More than I should. But we all have some kind of a vice. Nobody is perfect. I am far from perfect. I haven't found one person that was perfect yet. So why be perfect instead of progressing better than you were yesterday? That makes a lot more sense to my crocodile brain. If I got a little bit better every single day in 365 days, I'll be 365% better. If I took 65 days off, average person, 300 days, 300% better. So thank you guys so much. First and foremost, thank you very much for sending out these messages. Thank you for all the comments. Every single week, we're growing this thing. And I know there's some big things coming down. I got a bunch of stuff working on business right now. I got a bunch of stuff working on relationships right now. I'm partnering up with some people. We got some good stuff that we're going to roll out to rise as one, to make a difference, to end the suffering. We talked about this back in Thanksgiving Day. And I'm still thankful in this new year for all of the blessings that has been bestowed upon me, that I can be here every single week for us. It's about us in 2019. If you guys are ever out there feeling alone, trapped, nowhere to go, I will help guide with you into a path that you want, but I cannot do the work for you. I cannot walk the path for you. I cannot save you, because as you've seen, every savior from 2 million years ago to today has been crucified. But I promise you, I will fight with you if you're willing to fight. Your family is counting on you. Your kids are counting on you. Your wife or husband is counting on you. Somehow, some way, find a way, because I know when you push the body, when you push the mind, it'll always expand. Are these things coming out here? Georgia, what's up, Georgia? Is my questionnaire coming through out there? Hey, Anna, all the way from the Philippines. There's Anna Kopi. I'm not sure if that questionnaire went through there or not. I know it had. I'm trying something new with that. I'm not a tech savvy guy. Anybody out there is tech savvy? This is in the Danbury, Brookfield, Bethel area within 15 minutes of here, please reach out to me. I have no idea how to set this stuff up. I try my best to get it to at least I can, it's not blurry. I can see the screen's not blurry, so that's a good thing. My color scheme's always been pretty good with matching the colors, I guess, so that's a good thing. But tech-wise, I have no clue how to put all this cut and edit paste. That's why I do Facebook Lives. You don't see the intro, you don't see the exit. Only when I go to the studios or I have somebody here that knows how to do that stuff. That is not me. I'm not good at that. I'm good at executing. I'm a master executioner. I just love to get a vision and then boom, I just go. I'll figure it out along the way. That's how they did it back in the days. I come from the old school. One thing, even on my Facebook page today, it still talks about, went to the school of hard knocks like many of you guys. But you know what? That was the gift. I'm grateful of all the trials, tribulations, challenges, obstacles that I went through because it got me to this place. And I could honestly say from this place, I am fulfilled. But how do we get you to where you want to go? How do we get you to where you want to go? I can share all these insights with you till I'm blue in the face, but until you put action and motion and walk with me. They say it's, if a man is leading and no one is following him, he's just out for a walk. And I know many of you are out there just for a walk. So I'm asking you, what do you need to do now in 2019? This is the first week of 2019. You have 51 more weeks to make it a reality for you, your family, your loved ones, your kids. Those are your employers, your employees, your community leaders, your community. There's a lot going to be going down in 2019. My question is, are you getting on board to enjoy the ride? Are you going to continue to struggle and play the Lone Ranger syndrome and fight alone? Or do you want to rise with us? So I will be sharing that link here. It's a great opportunity to click on it and sign up. So when you get the deeper stuff, when you start getting some of these events I'm going to start putting on. I'm going to travel all over this country. In 2019, I'm even going to go overseas, and I'll share that journey with you. I'm going to record it. And roll with some of my brothers out there and do a bunch of podcasts on the road. I'm looking forward to going over to Amsterdam and Ireland, up to Canada. I've never been to Canada. So Marcel, if you're watching this, warm that bed up, brother, because I'm coming up. I've always wanted to go up to the Bay of Fundy. A good friend of mine used to work with lived up there. They had a family vacation home. I know Gene's got a house out in Cape Cod. I'm going to go out and spend a day out in Cape Cod. Check out all that stuff. I haven't been to Cape Cod in probably at least 10 years. But the question is, how do we make that sustainable change for you in 2019? So when that warm weather comes on and you put that bikini on, ladies, say, look at me. Look what I achieved. You know, Robert down there at the boot camp, he's going to put those guys in shape in 6 weeks. So as long as you do that every single day from now until spring, I promise you, you are going to look good in that bikini. The guys, don't wear the Speedos. I don't dig Speedos. Just get some nice swim shorts. I'm not digging those Speedos. I don't know what you're trying to prove out there, the guys that wear those Speedos. And even the guys with the ass chaps or whatever the thing is, I don't know what that's all about. That's some crazy stuff. That's for another conversation. But thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for all the love you've been pouring out there. And share this with somebody else. Share that with, I know someone's been talking to their 9-10-year-old daughter at nighttime, just sharing bedtime stories. Share those lessons that you learned that day with them. They're like sponges. They absorb all that stuff. Love that stuff. Who's joining in here? Michael, what's up, brother? Matthew Burns, congratulations. I saw you came in second place out there. Matthew Burns is from Colorado. They went down to Las Vegas for a pool tournament. Came in second place in 9-ball. What's up, Chris? Patrick James, 290 a couple weeks ago, man. I'm not even a bowler. I don't know what the heck happened. Richie Foley's slowing down this time of year. I see that your pools are all closed up. James Clapp, I see you've been traveling. What's up, brother? Dennis Simonson, I've been missing you guys, man. As you can see, Dennis, I've been traveling, doing some crazy stuff. I've been masterminding. I've been taking some online courses. I'm trying to get all my ducks in a row so I can travel in 2019. I'm going to have my golf bag. That's what I'm bringing with me. We're going to do some good information in these seminars I'm going to put together, how we can end the suffering for the seniors, some sober homes, a lot of good stuff coming down, guys. Stay tuned. We're going to put all the details in the Rise as One podcast framework, not on my personal page. This is just so I can give you guys value, add value to your lives, your kids' lives, your wives, your husbands. This is for you. Denise, what's going on? Scott, saw you the other day. Establishment there, brother. Jason, thank you guys for logging on. You guys give me the energy to keep pouring into you guys. You pour it back into me. That's like, it just keeps going back and forth, back and forth. Everything is energy. I had a conversation with a guy today. He had like 3 major storms in his life. And I was like, what did you do? Because at the end of the day, we got to own our stuff. We're the own creators. We create the mess that's in our lives, or we create the abundance that's in our lives. We're the creators of that. And he says, you know what, Joe? He says, you're right. He said, I got a bad business partner who was doing some shady stuff. And he brought that home to his family. He brought it into his workplace. And those people are downloading that energy. Subconsciously, they have no idea what's going on. But he got it. So what do you need to let go of in 2019? Because the reality is, I liken it to a plate, right? You got a plate of food. You have all this stuff on here. You can't put no more on it until you take something off. So Kathy and I are going to go downstairs tonight. We're going to go through that whole storage room from when we made our move from Danbury to Brookfield. Get rid of all that stuff. I've been selling all the stuff that I've been laying out in the garage. I had a golf bag here I sold the other day. Just clearing the space. I need to get rid of all this stuff. If I haven't used it in the last year, it's gone. So thank you guys very much for watching these podcasts. Thank you for sharing them. Thank you for checking in. And if you see those things on there, put your resolution down. I'll hold you accountable. I'll follow back up with you on the next podcast. I'll call you out. Put your stuff down on here. You want me to hold you accountable? I'll hold you accountable. I love challenges. I love that. I know you love challenges too. That'll help you follow through. So you could put that bikini on. You could put those swim trunks on. Like the old days, right? Everybody used to walk around those tank tops on. They were all in good shape. And as we got older, what happened? We slowed down a little bit, eat a little bit more, watch a little bit more TV. So this year, less TV, eat better, eat healthier, more action, keep yourself moving, get that metabolism up, green smoothie in the morning, flush out one nice bottle of water and a green smoothie, flush everything out of your system. It'd be a beautiful thing. And when it's all said and done, together we will rise as one to end the suffering. Because I see a lot of people out there suffering. And I am ready to share this message and show you the path. As long as you are ready to walk it with me. And we will rise. We will not fall. We will believe. We will not doubt. And together, all will be possible. I love you guys. Thank you for checking in. Peace out. Follow the link below. Sign up. It's going to get good in 2019. I honor and appreciate each and every one of you. I'll talk to you next week. Peace.